Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 7th. We're just going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to see what is going on in your current general energies. You have the new moon in Cancer. It says relax, and you have the new moon in Pisces. It says attune to the divine. And so that's pretty interesting. You have the High Priestess as well, which tells me that you could be like a more spiritual energy week for you, where you're kind of tapping into your intuition or paying attention to that. And I feel this is probably for creative ideas because you have the Ace of Wands there. But I would say if you have any creative ideas, the thing that I love about this reading is that you have the Nine of Pentacles with the Fool. It basically says, putting energy into your creative ideas is going to lead to success, abundance, pretty much anything that you would consider to be good. And, the other thing that is really standing out to me here, Libra, is that going this way, you have the Nine of Pentacles Fool taking a new leap of faith towards something new. We see something new right here as well. Ten of Swords could be a difficult ending, but you end with the Sun. So going this direction, it basically says that something that you could be doing is going to lead to a lot of success and abundance, and you're going to have to trust your intuition. It's like, I kind of feel like some of you have already been through a difficult ending, and there was no movement in whatever this situation was. For some of you, I do feel it was love. For others, I feel that this is more like a financial situation, something that just didn't work out. Like if we go this way here, something had potential, but it never got off the ground, and it led to a round and round and round situation with the Nine of Swords. I feel like this has made you a little bit defensive, but maybe not in a bad way. This could just be more defensive in the sense that you've kind of learned how to set certain boundaries, or you've learned how to kind of demand what you desire in life. But with that new moon in Cancer, again, I do feel, and sorry, I can't get these off the table, I feel like it would be a good time to relax, of course, with this energy, and to really tap into your higher self with that new moon in Pisces card. Or what does it say? Yeah, new moon in Pisces. So again, you have the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Fool. I feel that you really have to tap into your intuition and also your desire. It's kind of weird because all three air signs had something like very similar about really needing to like tap in, but then also really needing to use your energy to manifest what you want. She has her back to the world, I should say that some people believe that she has her back to the world on the card, and she's kind of just tuning everything out, right? She's listening to her inner self so that she can tap into her intuition. And I feel with that new moon in Pisces card, it would be a great time for you to really tap into your intuition, to use your powers of manifestation and all that other stuff. You have the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is a new beginning. So I feel like there could be some sort of new beginning coming in for you. This castle in the background is crumbling here, and it kind of says out with the old, in with the new. That's what the Ace of Wands represents. So I feel a lot of you are attracting very powerful new beginnings here. Probably, again, after something just wouldn't get up off the ground. That's really what I'm getting on the Ten of Swords, is that I'm not even really getting false start. I wouldn't call it a false start, although, maybe it was, but I feel like whatever it is, it started, there was definitely an energy exchange here, I feel it, but maybe it just didn't get anywhere, kind of. I feel like you were dealing with like a slug, basically, if this was a person, just someone who just doesn't do anything, really. And again, if it was a financial matter or like a business or something creative, I feel things just didn't go how you want them to. I feel like the faster you can move on to this energy right here, Nine of Pentacles with the Fool, taking a leap of faith on something new, and the faster you can change your focus, the better. I feel sometimes like when we have a business idea, for example, it doesn't work out. We're like, oh my God, that's the only good idea I'll ever have. But it's not true. You had one, you can definitely have another, and you definitely will. Same thing in love as well. It's like sometimes I think we met our person, and what I would ask you here, Libra, I'm not gonna say, well, I am gonna kind of say what I was gonna say, but what I would say is that here's the thing. Sometimes I think we can end up in relationships with people where we do all the work and they basically do nothing, and we think that we're in love with that person. Maybe we are, maybe we're not, but what I would say is, were you really in love with this person, or is this like sunk cost fallacy, right? Sometimes I think we invest a lot with a person and it makes us, and they don't invest anything, but because we invested so much into the person, we think that we're in love with them, right? Because when you do something for a person, you appreciate them more, right? It's like scientifically proven that you're doing something for them, so they must matter to you, right? But did they really matter? Did they really do anything? Or did they just, kind of, I don't think this person tricked you. If anything, I would say this person has trauma or, or something, right, that causes them to kind of act this way. But like, were they just good at getting you to do things for them so that you felt like you were in love with them, but really it's not, right? With the High Priestess, you have the Eight of Cups. I definitely feel some of you are walking away from, again, we'll just call it a false start, but something that didn't get up off the ground. I feel everything for you. So again, I'm not just picking up on love here. Like I said, for some of you, this was like a goal, wish, dream, or a business. I wouldn't even worry about it because what you're moving towards is significantly better. You have this Pearl card at the end. It says happiness and gain on it. Big gains coming in for you. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Sun. Damn. As I always say, to me, the Sun in the reading makes the reading more positive. That's the whole point of the Sun. It's like best card in the deck, but you have it twice. So definitely moving towards something that's going to make you very happy. I almost feel like you don't believe it. Like I said, maybe you thought if this was a person, maybe you thought this was my forever person, or if it was a business, maybe you thought this was your forever business, or even if you're retired, could be something else. But, I kind of feel that for some of you, you're about to be surprised. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Fool, you have the Chariot. Chariot is leaving something behind. Normally, on the traditional Chariot, the Chariot driver has the city behind him, and he's leaving the city. But, there's like a lot of competition in the city. I always like to tell people that I love the Chariot. Very good card. It says where there's a will, there's a way. But, he's kind of leaving the city because he wants to go find his own place. The city is full of people. There's all this control and stuff like that there. That's why he's leaving, because he needs to find his own freedom, his own happiness, his own new beginning. He needs to maybe start his own city. Maybe he needs to start his own kingdom in his life, right? There's normally a big tower, like a big castle, also in the background of the Chariot. And for some of you, again, I feel like you're leaving something behind, probably multiple things, really, because, again, I feel like you need to feel like you have the freedom to create your own kingdom, or, whatever you want to call it. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Earth Spirit, it says stability. Then you have the Wild Rose Fairy, it says love on it. So for some of you, I do feel there could be love coming in. Could be a Leo. You have Leo 3 times in this reading so far. So definitely could be a Leo. I feel like you will probably meet this person socializing with the Eight of Wands. So I would definitely tap into, again, I'm not getting like anything online necessarily or anything. Although Eight of Wands is my card of social media, but it's also my card of socializing. And I would need to see the Ace of Swords here to say like internet, but I feel you're going to meet this person in public, probably through friends or like someone that you could also be, if you make new friends or a new friend, I would definitely hang out with that person because they might have like a brother or a sister or whatever you're into, right? And they might have like a person in their life where you fall in love. I kind of have this weird feeling like that. So, there you go. But it could be a little bit unexpected. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Strength card. Again, if this was a breakup, I feel like it was unexpected. I don't think it's unexpected really in this reading because I feel it's already happened. So intuitively, I don't really necessarily feel that this part of it is unexpected. You do have the Queen of Pentacles, which you always have, Libra. Literally every single reading that I've been doing for you since the beginning of time, you've had this reading, had this card. So Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and being resourceful. And I feel for a lot of you that you're tapping into your kind of learning how to tap into your resources. I also do feel like a major uptick in your finances, but this is probably coming in through a new opportunity. So for those of you that have been waiting a long time for like a job or a career or a business or something like that, I feel you could be getting one of those things. The Ten of Swords is something that's dead, done, over with. So I feel like you're walking away from things that no longer serve you. And again, I feel like you're walking away from something that was kind of like a false start, just didn't get off the ground. You have the Strength card here. I feel like you showed great strength in this situation. Sorry. And I'm so weak, I can't even hold a card. So there you go, Libra. But what I would say here is I feel like you showed great strength. Strength is something that you work on every single day. This is basically her inner demon, her inner voice, her inner monster that she is submitting. So it's this lion is submitting to her. It has its tail between its legs. So I feel like you learned how to kind of quiet your internal battles or take control over your internal battles, whatever you want to call it. But let's look into this and see. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands here. So you've learned how to protect what is yours. Some of you could be protecting your money right now, and I feel like that's actually wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. If you're you could be trying to protect it from people or whatever, but I do feel like being protective over it is a good idea. It's also my card of experimentation, so anything new that you want to try, I would definitely get moving. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands, inconsistent energy. This person was in, out. Again, I feel like this person convinced you of things. If this was a person, that's like the feeling I get here. I feel like crossing my arms as well. Like I feel very defensive. So this person could have been defensive for no reason. It's like I feel like you showed them no love. You showed them love. They showed nothing, and they were the one that was defensive. It's almost like a mind F, right? I feel like they like switched things around, and when they were the one that was causing all the issues here. So I don't know. With the Strength card, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, you carried too many burdens in this situation. Now you're moving forward. You have the Ten of Wands twice in the same position here. So I kind of have a feeling that this is, this row here is the area of your future self. I feel this is saying that you're about to get your rewards for some sort of burden that you've been carrying. For some of you, it could be this love situation. For others, I feel like it's the burden of time, meaning that you have been like waiting to receive something, probably financial, and I feel like that's what's being released, which is excellent. Next, in the area of what is coming towards you, you have this community card, and you have this chaos and conflict card. I don't think there's chaos and conflict necessarily coming towards you. I feel, and also, again, as I always say, you're watching tarot so that you can avoid these things. You have the Nine of Swords here, which basically says, do not repeat a situation. Is it round and round is the Nine of Swords. So if this person tries to come back into your life, no, because it's just going to cause chaos and conflict. You have this community card, and you have a lot of social opportunity here with the Eight of Wands. So I would say socializing is going to be your best friend. Surrounding yourself with people who matter to you is going to be very helpful as well. But I would avoid chaotic situations just in general. With the Ace, you have the Sun, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. I also feel that you've learned how to recognize like chaotic situations with the Nine of Swords. I wouldn't call this a test, but I do feel the universe could be maybe bringing you a person who has a very chaotic life, and I feel this is saying no, right? Just put up your hand and say no to this situation. You don't need another nightmare in your life, and so I would avoid this for sure. I am getting like a little bit of warning vibes here, so again, I don't want to scare you. I don't even like putting that stuff out, but I do have to say it. So again, if you have a person who comes in who reminds you of a past person or who has chaos in their life, I would just avoid chaos at all cost. You have the Page of Pentacles, so definitely someone new coming in for you here. I feel like this person is happiness, not chaos. And, I would also say that I like the Page of Pentacles because he provides evidence. Like, if he says he's going to do something, he does it, and so you will have the evidence that this is a good person. Obviously, if there isn't any evidence that they are a good person, then they're not, right? If they're all talk and no action, then I would avoid that type of energy. But I feel like this person isn't. I also feel, again, definitely, I feel some of you could be receiving communication right here. It does feel a little unexpected to me, but probably because of, again, time. If you've been waiting a really long time to get a job and you finally get a job offer, it might be unexpected because you're like, oh my God, I thought this would never happen. And, I'm kind of getting those words here. And also here on the Sun, where you're like, you can't believe that something has happened, or you never thought something would happen with this Sun energy is kind of what I'm getting here, Libra. So let's see what we have here with the Sun. You have the King of Wands. This person's much more stable than that Knight of Wands. I feel they're two different people. Again, could be a fire sign, but take it how it resonates. I feel it's someone very stable, secure. King of Wands is one of my favorites. For sure, for love. It doesn't even matter if they're not a fire sign. They could just embrace the King of Wands energy. They could be very entrepreneurial, very hardworking, very successful. They're usually very nurturing as well. They like take care of things. That's like literally one of the things that will stand out to you is they probably take care of stuff, like things that they own, they take good care of, but they also nurture their like businesses or their jobs. They're very caring about it. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm starting to believe that this is your energy. Like, I know that you are not the Queen of Pentacles, but I kind of have been feeling that maybe you are the Queen of Pentacles. Like, that is the energy you've been embracing for a very long period of time. Being resourceful, successful, being able to stand on your own, being very stable as well. So, I definitely like that. With the Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, moving on. Again, moving on to calmer shores. I feel like you're moving away from this Nine of Swords. Like I said, there might be a little bit of pain. They're still in choppy waters on the Six of Swords. Also, normally on a traditional Six of Swords, the mother and child, they're leaving everything behind. They're only bringing the clothes on their back. So you might feel like you're being zeroed out here, but I don't think you are, number one. Number two, it's like you're kind of taking the risk to move on from something. And guess what? There is something better coming in for you. That's kind of like confirmation. If you're worried, like, will I ever find love again? Will I ever have another business? Will I ever have X, Y, and Z? Yes, and it's going to be better, plain and simple. And look, here in the area of messages from your future self, you have this envy and protection card. So I feel like you're protected from people's like evil eye. And you have this pearl card. It says hidden gem. So I feel like there's like a little bit of a hidden gem coming in for you. And it's probably just a new situation that isn't a false start. I feel the universe sees how much time you've put into things in your life. You have the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. It's weird that I'm getting kind of rewards off of this 10 of Wands, but at the same time, he's about to reach his home back here and he's about to put his burdens down. So he deserves to be rewarded because he's put the work in to get the rewards. And I kind of feel that for you, where it's like saying you've put the work in to receive your rewards that you desire. And, that's what I feel is going on here, is that you're getting some rewards. Obviously, we're going to clarify that. You have the 8 of Wands. I feel like things are changing quickly for you. I like to tell people that, again, I think it seems like things are changing quickly to a lot of us, but it's not really. It's like, I think we've earned it. We've put in the work over the years to have these quick changes. So it's like, if all of a sudden you're making more money, or if all of a sudden you find the love of your life, it didn't happen quickly. I think there's been years and years and years of like learning, self-learning, education, strength, needing to be strong, needing to gather your resources, like all that other stuff. So this is really your payment, for all the things that you've been through. And that's why I feel it is safe for you to open up 9 of Wands. It's like your payment is here from the universe. Your lump sum, whatever you want to call it, your check from the universe has come in, and love it. Definitely very good, Libra. Like I said, I feel like you've earned this. With the 10 of Wands, you have the 7 of Pentacles. I say this to you every single reading, is the juice worth the squeeze? Again, I feel like something from the past is not worth it. And let's clarify that. Yeah, you have the Queen of Swords. You see this clearly now, at least. You have all these queens here as well. You have 3 queens. 3 queens is jealousy, gossip, all that other stuff. So I would avoid jealousy and gossip because Mars retrograde. I've said it to pretty much everyone that if the best thing to do is just ignore it, plain and simple. With the 8 of Wands, you have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you could be getting into something that moves very quickly, that you commit to very quickly. 4 of Wands is a card of marriage. Could be love, but it doesn't have to be. It could be you committing to a business, you committing to a new career, or you committing to a new way of life even. And I definitely feel that for you here with the 4 of Wands. A lot of success coming in here. With the 9 of Wands, you have the 10 of Cups. I kid you not, like 3 people ended with the 10 of Cups. Crazy. 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty, happiness. It is happy home, happy family. So amazing if you're finding new love. You could be finding a person that you have true love with, or that you marry, or that you form a family with, whatever you want. But 10 of Cups is also your happily ever after. It is kind of like everything you want. So I feel you could be getting that. We're going to pull 3 cards now. I'm going to answer one question, and this is going to be like a personalish reading. So if you have a question, pause the video and think of it now. If you don't, then I'm going to be putting it all together at the end, and we're just going to do like a personalish reading. But again, pause the video now because I'm going to read the cards right now. You have the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. See, funny enough, it's like I feel if you want love, it's like this is, this is your divine counterpart, or, switch the roles if you need to, whatever gender you are, it doesn't matter. And I feel that King of Swords is something that has come in between, like your true love, but it's probably a past person. King of Swords, someone cold, inconsistent, not good, right? So, that's kind of like a down and dirty way of reading this. For those of you that are thinking about starting something, by the way, or that are asking about starting something new, yes, I feel like you need to follow your desire. King of Swords, too much logic, right? So I feel like you need to get away from the logical energy and move more towards your creative energy, because it's like you're creating major new beginnings, I feel. For the rest of you, again, definitely could be a divine counterpart coming in for you, but I feel like something needs to happen with this King of Swords, Could be like you could be dealing with a person who like needs a divorce or who needs to separate from their partner or something like that. And again, I would make sure that that happens with the King of Swords because he's like law and order. And if things aren't just in a situation, even, it's like the completion needs to happen. Let's put it that way. I feel for others that this could be a new boss that's coming in for you here. And I do feel some sort of transformation in work. So if you have a job or if you're trying to get a job, there could be a transformation, but it's kind of weird because it's popping into my head that it's more enjoyable or work is whatever the change is, I feel will make work more enjoyable for you. But pretty good reading here, Libra. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you and definitely enjoy your week.